Poo is an option?
Yes.
Oh, wait a minute. What are the other options? Because I think there might even be something worse.
Oh, yeah?
Well, yeah.
Okay. All right. Yes. Poo. I think you know what option B is, right?
Semen. Yeah, okay.
Oh.
I think it's B then.
Or is it C, seasoning?
It's definitely not seasoning. There's no way it's seasoning. I think it's B, Virginia.
I hope it's seasoning. I'm saying seasoning.
You're saying seasoning. Okay.
It's definitely B.
Florida cop claims Burger King put dirt on his food. Investigation reveals it was blank. Is it A, B, or C? Cameron, what do you think here?
I'm going to go with B.
Gonna go with B.
Like you have to whisper in it.
It's tough.
It's tough.
I don't
This
know.
better not. I better be wrong on this one.
Jaybird, you are wrong. It is seasoning.
Oh, good.
Yeah, so the cop made a big deal out of this story. He's like, they put dirt on my food. And they're like, no, dude, it's the seasoning.
Oh, how embarrassing.
Yeah. He thought he busted him. He made a big to-do about it. Oh, yeah, I'm putting Burger King on blast.
It's time to wake up and let the weirdness begin. It's the KVJ show to start your morning. Kevin is the host, and his skin pigment is whiter than Casper the Ghost. Virginia sounds like this. Nickname Vicious Beast, so don't get her pissed. It's Jason, talks like a spaz, and he loves to talk about Bigfoot and stacks. So get ready, here we go. You're listening to 97.9 with the KVJ show.
Well, hello. What is going on today? How y'all doing?
Hello.
Hello. Welcome to the KVJ show here. It's Thursday. Got a couple of days left. Unfortunately, last night, as I toasted my wife, and I said, well, here's to Thursday. She's like, it's Wednesday. I'm like, no. I don't know what you ever have that? It's just your body and you feel a certain way, and it's just got to be a certain day based on that feeling.
You got ahead of yourself.
I did. I'm like, I've got enough energy, I think, for one more day. I don't know what I'm going to do about tomorrow.
Hopefully you weren't toasting White Claw.
No, not toasting White Claw. No, backing away from that.
Good,
no,
good,
I've
good.
learned my lesson on that devil water. Yeah, but it's just, it's like, I was not ready for that. I didn't look at my phone. I'm like, are you sure? Yes, it really is Wednesday. Darn it. So here we go. We got 2 more days to get to the weekend at Beer Fest. Jaybird last night apparently found his own beverage that doesn't treat his body well.
Oh my God, I'm a mess today. More than normal. I've never drank Monster energy drinks before, and there's these. It's like this. It tricked me into thinking it was this orangey fruit, just regular like Gatorade kind of a drink. And I powered through 2 of these babies between 5 and 7 o'clock p.m., not realizing it had so much caffeine in it.
You drank 2 Monsters?
I drank 2 Monsters, and I have not been to sleep. I couldn't sleep at all. I am wired. I was having anxiety all night.
How did this happen?
I was at Walmart, and it tricked me into this beautiful orange large drink. I was so parched. And it went down so quick, and then you look in the back, and then it goes Monster. I didn't realize it was a Monster drink until
Yeah.
and even when I knew it was a Monster, I didn't think Monster would keep me up like that because I'm a caffeine.
Oh my gosh,
dude!
Those things are no joke. They're actually, if you consume 2 of them, it's bad for your heart.
Yeah, it doesn't feel good. Yeah, nothing on my body feels good.
That's so funny. My friend Chip last night, he had a Monster at the Little Smiles meeting, and he was all squirrely, and everybody was like, calm down. He's like, should I have another? I'm like, no, you should not have another. It gets you.
The one that I had tasted like almost like Kool-Aid. It really tricked me.
Well, we got to really start listening to the labels. I mean, they're trying to tell us. I mean, my demon drink is White Claw. It sounds like it could hurt you. And Monster. Sounds like it could really mess with you. We just don't pay attention to what they're like, oh, I'm trying to tell you.
I want a drink that's called Peaceful.
Right, that's what you need to drink. I mean, you are what you drink. So, I mean, if you have a Monster, you know,
Are you okay?
I feel bad for y'all and the audience because I'm not going to make a bit of sense today. I'm going to be more squirrely than normal.
Oh my gosh. If I hadn't slept all night, I would be a disaster.
I haven't slept since Wednesday.
Oh my god.
Well, no. What's today? Thursday? I was supposed to it's Tuesday.
See, nobody, we're all just messed up.
I haven't slept since Tuesday.
I think everybody's messed up. I don't know what's going on. I feel like someone's played a trick on all of us. Somebody just texted in, I had my kid take the garbage and recycling out because it comes on Friday. And I'm like, oh, it's Thursday.
Retrograde.
Mercury in retrograde.
I don't know what it is.
Still messing with everybody.
Whatever it is, Virginia, we're just, for some reason, people are just a little out of whack here today. At least we can't get our day straight.
I keep feeling like something or somebody's running by, but there's nothing there.
Well, that could be the monster.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think-
Monster, lack of sleep.
Did it have hair and claws and horns?
It's just a thing. It's darting by.
Yeah. Welcome to Monster.
Did you miss an episode of the KVJ Show? No worries. Find our podcast on iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, or kvjshow.com.
What are you thinking about? What are you thinking about? What's on your mind? Are you thinking about? What are you thinking about?
What you thinking about today, Jay Bird?
So when you watch sports and your team isn't winning, do you get that rage feeling? Do you still get that when can you watch sports or watch anything for that matter and get an emotional, like just like kind of reaction, internal?
Yeah, big time. Yeah.
Okay.
I take it way too serious. Like it really is like going to affect my life, which if you think about it, it's not.
No, it's not. And I was getting this last night so bad during Big Brother, and I don't know if it was the monster
Big
drinks.
Brother, huh? Yeah,
that
it
I
was the monster.
Oh, if you're on monster drinks, you are just a different human. You are what you drink.
I was so mad at how everything went down on Big Brother last night. I had never gotten that. I was on Twitter just all pissy. I'm like, I can't believe they're treating this girl this way. I mean, I was so in it. And then I go, Bird, it's just a show. What are you doing, man? I was angry eating.
Oh, so it was good?
It was, but
Or do I have to drink a monster before I watch it?
I don't know. There's a click on the show, Kev, and this is what they do on Big Brother. They clicks form.
Grateful.
Yeah. Oh.
It's called Grateful because there's 8 of them. It's great. The 8 is in
And
there.
they're just.
That's more than I need to know.
They think they're so clever. Yeah.
They're so clever.
It's just annoying.
There's one guy who looks like Aquaman, and he really does think he's Aquaman. It is
really?
ridiculous.
Okay.
Oh,
He
yeah.
looks a lot like him, but
Gosh, that's
simmer
awesome.
down over there. You're not Aquaman.
He's got such a toot.
Such a dude.
So there's this.
Him and his bromance. Ugh.
Oh, I can't stand that clown
Ugh,
either.
that clown's a clown.
And I know that if you don't watch Big Brother, you have no idea what I'm talking about. But have you ever just watched something where it makes you just a terrible person? I was so mad last night. I like that one girl, Nicole, with the glasses. I think she's adorable.
Nicole with the glasses is so sincere and so adorable, and the forces are working against her.
I think I totally love a girl in glasses. I just love that look.
Oh, yeah, you do.
I didn't mean to make that creepy.
And sexual.
No.
He's a monster.
You're right.
Glasses. Rah, rah.
What you got on your mind today, Virginia?
Well, I'm big on signs. I love to get little signs from the universe, from wherever they're coming from. It makes me feel good, and it makes me feel like, okay, it gives me a little inner peace. So over the weekend, Mags has been going through, Magnolia, my daughter, 14 years old, has been going through a lot of life changes. It's kind of unbelievable how many life changes she's had just since May when she turned 14. She got a job. Over the weekend, we gave her her own house key. So now she has a key to the house.
Wow, okay.
And she'll be able to come and go. So it's a big deal. It's been really a huge thing for us this past week. But she's like, Mom, what do I put this on? So she's just holding the key. And I said, well, wait, I'm going to get you a keychain, but I'm going to get something special because I want it to be something special for your keychain. And yesterday, I went to my friend's funeral that had just passed away. And what were they handing out as a little token, a little memoir, something in memory of my friend Jeff Painter that passed away? Keychains.
Huh.
And I was just saying over the weekend, I need a special keychain. And so I'm so excited to put this on Magnolia's key and give her this keychain to protect her and watch over her.
That is nice. And you were saying that memorial service was really special.
It
You
was
liked it, huh?
so special. I've never seen it done like this, Jay Bird. They had a huge room where they had, at one end it was a lot of the flowers and the closed casket, but all around the room there were little stations set up. And it was filled with like pictures and memorabilia memorabilia and knickknacks and things from his life. And at one of the stations, there was like all his rugby stuff because he loved rugby. And then there was like a hat from his business, and they put his helicopter headset on it. And it was just like, wow, it was really beautiful. You could walk around to all these little stations, and you could see like pictures of him from his childhood, like his
celebration.
A celebration. It was really beautiful the way they had done that, and I had never seen it like that.
I'm a big fan of celebrating someone when they pass. I mean, I know it's tough to get in that mind frame, but yeah, that's how I would like to go. I want a celebration. I don't want mourning.
I totally think that everybody should adopt this concept and put a bunch of little things from the person's life all around the room. So as people walk around the room and they're talking,
Yeah.
they're like, it really was beautiful.
I like that a lot more. I grew up in an era where they would just, prop the dead body up front and then let's go take a look at it, and I'd be weirded out and then it'd be freaked out and everybody's sad and crying. And I remember as a kid growing up through that, I think it's traumatized me. Like, I do not like going to funerals. And
I
it's no
agree.
disrespect to the person. It freaks me out. I don't think I would want people coming and watching me dead on display. So
I'm with you, man.
Yeah.
I changed my
I'm
whole
with you,
mind
too.
frame on that.
I love a closed casket. I just don't think it honors anybody.
in fact,
to
I don't
have
need
it
to be there. It's like,
open.
just put me somewhere in creepy town and, everybody come in and talk about me.
I do
That's
like
fine.
the idea of having stations of, you could have a station like bird sauce, all the stuff
Yes.
one
Yeah.
loves.
And if you were in there dead, you wouldn't want to be like, I think I'm going to skip the bird sauce.
Yeah.
If you did it in a place where you're not there and dead, then people would be, let's have a little bird sauce and celebrate.
Oh, I told y'all, if I go before you guys have a very busy funeral and service too. I mean, you guys are going to be doing a lot of stuff for mine.
It's already half planned. In fact, I think we already sold it as an event.
Probably
Yeah,
Of course.
I think Greek Moving's taking the casket. Yeah, so
Is
it's
that
already
legal?
sold.
I don't think that's legal.
We
They
don't care about
move.
legal, Virginia. We care about money around here.
I
So.
really did send you an itinerary of my funeral.
The
You
only thing,
did.
unfortunately, is you need to die in the next 5 years because we do have an expiration on the contracts.
I get it, man.
Okay. So it's about business, just to let you know. I'm kind of excited about this, and I think maybe Fat Kevin is too. I keep hearing words about chocolate changing. And now Nestle is going to be launching a Kit Kat bar that has no sugar added. We dealt with this the other day with Fling, the cocktails that we don't have any sugar added. And you're like, well, how are you doing this? Because people are now very health conscious. And they're finding out that sugar is doing things to people that they're like, I just can't deal with it, and the side effects and blah, blah, blah. And
I
fat
want the
and weight gain.
buzz, but none of the sugar.
Well, you want the taste, is really what it's all about. And so they're finding ways now, and apparently there has been a breakthrough in the world of chocolate because I saw just yesterday, the day before, announced that this no sugar added chocolate is going to start hitting the market, and now they're starting to put it in all their products like a Kit Kat. Apparently they've come up with a way to naturally sweeten without adding sugar, and it's environmentally friendly. And they're using typically the part of the fruit that gets trashed. They say it's the pulp that surrounds the cocoa beans. This seems to be the secret ingredient. And they're sweetening the chocolate, and it's supposed to taste exactly the same, whether it be in the regular chocolate or in your Kit Kats. And they say sometime maybe this fall, you'll be able to have the new Kit Kat bars with the no sugar added. It's going to be more natural, apparently less calories, sugar, and all the taste that you've ever wanted. What great news for America.
Hashtag chocolate lies. Hashtag.
Guess we'll have to wait and see.
We'll have to do a taste test.
Yeah, we will.
Give me that taste test. Let me guess. It's going to taste just like Halo ice cream. Halo ice cream tastes just as good as regular ice cream.
Remember we did the European chocolate taste test? We had some listeners send us, because overseas, like in like Belgium and Germany and stuff, they don't put all the crap that we put in our chocolate. And they don't put all the preservatives and chemicals and BS. We tasted like a Kit Kat from here and from there. Snickers from here, from there. It is so delicious, the stuff that they don't put all the chemicals and the crap.
Doesn't taste waxy, chemically. It has more of a rich flavor.
I'm excited for stuff that is more pure and how it was meant to be enjoyed.
This could be a breakthrough in the world of chocolate. And even people who are diet crazy, like myself, diet pansies, might be back on the chocolate train regularly.
I'm a real suspect of this sugarless Kit Kat, Ralston. I'm not buying it.
Well, let's try it.
Oh, I shall.
Before we judge.
Oh, I will not.
When is it going to be available?
It's this fall.
Okay.
So we'll see. When they come out, we'll definitely try it. Maybe it changes my game and my outlook. Boy, when I went to the melting pot over the weekend and finally dipped into that chocolate fondue, I was like, gosh, I really miss eating this kind of stuff. It is so good. And I'd like to do it more frequently. And if they had a less calorie, no sugar chocolate that tasted delicious, I'd be there a lot more frequently.
I have seen the ending of this movie before, and it is not good.
We may have a skeptic in the room.
Oh, yeah.
You think?
Big time skeptic. I've been burned too many times. I've been to the puppet show. I've seen the strings.
Okay, well, we'll see.
And you're still fired up on Monster.
I got a bit of a tune.
Oh, yeah, you can kind of tell, yeah.
We got to get it out of you, honey.
Yeah.
I'm going to crash probably by 8 o'clock today.
You need to go run laps.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
I'm feeling good right this second.
We know.
Somebody did text in and say, Jaybird 2, it's not the monster. Big Brother was horrible last night.
Okay, good.
There you go. So not just you on that one. Well, are you one of those people that had so much fun with that Face app and you're like, oh, look how crazy I look when I'm like 50 years old, or wow. Well, just to let you know that you've basically handed all your information over to Russian developers. That is what a lot of people are finding out today, the day after the big viral craze of all the celebrities and all of us followed their lead and we went onto the Face app and we made ourselves look older or younger. Yes, now we're finding out that by downloading the Face app that allows you to alter your photos, you have given the app's Russian developers permission to access your photos. Now, even if you deny the app access to your photos, the app can still access them because there's a clause in the app that states that it can access, store, and use images from your camera roll without your permission.
We're so easily duped. All you have to do is throw some kind of weird filter on an app and everyone loses their mind.
We all took that Russian bait. Boy, the Russians are just running America, aren't they? we are their dancing Russian bear right now. Get on the ball and roll around, America. We got you.
And it's so easy.
It's so easy.
Everybody was
We
doing
all
that.
took the bait. All of us went down together. Oh, my goodness. They say on social media, too, Instagram is trying to make it a more peaceful place by removing the number of likes from photos. Now, this is happening in other countries right now, and it's making its global progression to the UK and the US. Hasn't gone to us yet, but they're realizing that, we just don't feel good about ourselves and we don't get enough likes.
How will this affect like the social media influencers? It's all about likes. They sell based on likes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is really not going to affect them because you yourself can still see how many likes you get. I guess it's basically other people who look at your photos won't be able to see the likes and the loves and all that, so they won't be able to judge you from afar. Your photo will just be there. When you click like, it goes to that person saying, hey, I liked your photo. So in a sense, you really still have to deal with the self-esteem issues. And from what I was reading, because that was my first question as well, Virginia, for the influencers, they are working on things where they can actually get more information about how many people are seeing, accessing, spending time, because they don't want to lose that, because that's the business side of Instagram. That's still going to be there, and that'll be a vital part of it.
I don't know if they have it on the regular post, but on Insta stories, they have that. Like, you can see exactly how many clicks, how many people swiped right and or swiped left and tried to just pass you up, how many people went back and looked at what you posted again.
You're going to be able to get all that kind of information because that's the kind of stuff that they're going to be selling to advertisers. So they'll be increasing that, putting more time on that, but also trying to spare our feelings when we put up a stupid photo that nobody likes. And we're like, oh, man, nobody liked my photo. No one else is going to know.
It's so funny how terms get all of a sudden popular. Out of the blue, the whole social media influencer just became this popular thing. Now everybody says that now.
I'm an influencer.
I mean, it just all of a sudden it exploded. It was on the hills constantly. Oh, yeah, social media influencer. Everyone's an influencer.
Everybody's not. There's so many stories that are coming out now of influencers getting denied because pretty much businesses have realized that was a buzz phrase and they were confused by it and they thought, okay, well, great, somebody's going to bring business to me, and then they're finding out that a lot of them aren't really that effective.
It is. It's just a buzz phrase. I'm an influencer.
Well, and that's the reason, because businesses have demanded better information other than just likes and shares.
They want to see the actual moving the needle.
So everywhere I go, because I do all these kind of sales calls, it's always return on investment. So,
yeah, I mean, it's great if you get likes on your picture, but if no one's going into your establishment or trying your product, it doesn't really mean anything.
I'm going to actually have to produce ROIs.
Yes, that's what's freaking everybody out now. Those social media influencers. Talking about money and rich people. Oh, man, that Bill Gates. He has lost his ranking not only as number 1 in the world for the richest, but he's officially now fallen from the number 2 spot to number 3. What is going on? Oh, my gosh. Can we set up a GoFundMe?
I know. Poor baby.
I mean, this is terrible news. Terrible news for Bill Gates. Yeah, the number 2 spot has now been occupied by Bernard Arnault. He's now worth $107.6 billion, which is $200 million over Bill Gates. So he's still up there and close, but he is losing ground. Jeff Bezos, however you say his dang name, is just getting richer, especially coming off those 2 Amazon Prime days where we bought 10 gongs and 3 horsehead masks.
Some of us took advantage of those days.
His worth is now $125 billion. He is number 1. Solid number 1.
Somebody keeps telling me via email, it's Bezos, not Bezos. So I'm going to keep saying Bezos.
I actually, and I had heard that too, where I had originally thought it was Bezos, and then somebody's like, oh, it's Bezos. And I tried to listen to other interviews where they had him, and I heard Bezos a couple times. And then there was somebody who is kind of like in his circle, and they called him Bezos. And I'm like, so what the heck is it with this guy? Because that person,
If
I'm like,
somebody in his circle is saying Bezos, I'm going to say Bezos.
that's where I'm like, if your friends don't know how to pronounce your name, then I don't know what we're going to do here. So I have no idea. It's one or the other, and I can tell you he's not in my circle.
Does it really matter how we say it?
It doesn't. It shouldn't.
I say Bezos, so it doesn't really.
Bezos? Yes. I thought it's kind of interesting. The Bernard Arnault guy that is now number 2 in the world, he has got a lot of brands that you probably know. I know my family does. They love Louis Vuitton,
Oh, that's him?
Christian Dior, Givenchy, Dom Perignon, and Sephora.
Now that one's pronounced Givenchy.
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 So G is G.
Givenchy.
Givon, and then CHY is she.
Yes.
Well,
Givenchy.
yes. You can really tell how much a person makes. Give them these words to pronounce, and then you can find out. There's probably some kind of correlation to your net income and how you pronounce Givenchy.
I don't know. I mean, you could be thirsty like me. I own 0 Givenchy pieces, but I wish I did.
They're that good.
Yeah, it's pretty special. Everything you just named is like, whoa, fancy.
It's all way overpriced, right? So
Way
this guy's making
overpriced.
a ton of money
But
on every sale.
Here's the thing. It's
Yeah.
so well made. It'll last you 15,
Don't
20
try with
years.
that stupid justification on
I'm
me,
just
Virginia. I'm not
telling
buying any
you.
of it.
Is
I've
l-
heard it all the time.
Is Liz Claiborne still a thing?
No.
It's not.
Sit down.
What? That's not a thing?
Get out of here.
Jordash.
Jaybird, Liz Claiborne, that was like 85.
That's the only references he knows.
That's out? Like, no one's doing that.
Nobody that's trend setting.
Oh, but, I mean, are you telling me that they've gone out of the company? There's no more of that?
She might be like at Kohl's.
I do a lot of work at Kohl's. I go to Kohl's.
It's not laying you on that richest in the world list, though.
No.
Just to let you know. Yeah. Got to say happy birthday to Jim, who is the owner of Shade Shack. Your daughter Jennifer sends that in.
Jim. Happy birthday.
Also, Caleb is turning 5. That's from Mommy and Daddy. You can see cute Caleb right there on KVJ TV.
Aw,
Yeah, we know Caleb.
Yeah, we do.
Adorable.
sweetie.
Cute little kid there.
He was at our Sleep Number remote, and him and Rocco were jumping on the beds. And at one point, he sat down. He started eating. I'm like, where's this kid pulling food from? He had chicken nuggets stuffed in all of his pockets.
That's how you
He
do
had
it.
these little kitty cargo shorts on.
Oh,
and
he
he was
did.
just pulling nuggets out of his pocket. I'm like, this kid's doing it right.
Yeah, more people should do that.
Brilliant.
That is pretty good. Nice little play there.
Hate us, you hate us, you hate us, you hate the KVJ show.
That sucks. That sucks. That stinks.
You hate us, you hate us, you hate us, you hate the KVJ show.
I simply can't stand to hear any more about Kevin and his sexless marriage. Since your wife clearly has the D and balls, maybe you just need to try switching positions.
You hate us, you hate us, you hate us, you hate the KVJ show.
Imagine being married to that monster Virginia. She sounds like a raspy hyena when she laughs and talks. Please, someone put a muzzle on that ugly aging animal.
You hate us, you hate us, you hate us, you hate KVJ Show.
I work in a morgue and I've seen rotting dead bodies age better than Jason. They were way funnier than him too. Wake up, Kevin, and fire that stuttering moron.
Oh, man.
You hate us, you hate us, you hate us. You hate the KVJ Show.
Dennys doesn't believe we went to the moon. He also doesn't believe in a shower or soap. I can't stand dirty hippies.
You hate us, you hate us, you hate us.
Oh,
You
man.
hate the KVJ Show.
That sucks.
Oh, you dirty hippie. A lot of choice comments.
Go answer your hate phone calls.
Yes. That's always
Top
fun.
of it. Well, coming up here in just a second, Virginia talked about a memorial service that was done right. Anymore, they are doing things where they lay out things from the person's life to celebrate and acknowledge the accomplishments and why you love them as a person, which is a lot better than the old way of doing the funerals when I grew up, where they prop open a casket with a dead body inside. You go up, you have a freaky look at it, and then you just feel awkward the entire time. And oh my gosh, I was not a fan of that.
Crying and
Yes.
everyone's just it's quiet, but then there's crying and then it's quiet again.
Yeah, didn't love it. It seems like the tone is just, we've gone from weird, awkward to joyful. Now, for the most part, and unless you have like that rogue person that shows up and they shouldn't show up because they really have kind of been written out of the circle or the family, or you just shouldn't be here. Maybe you're a cheap harlot and you're the mistress and you show up wearing bright red and then chaos breaks out.
And two, sometimes the age and how someone passes away kind of reflects what kind of funeral it is as well.
Sure, sure. I just love the way that they did it for my friend Jeff yesterday. I really thought it was beautiful.
Virginia went to a great memorial service, but what's more entertaining is the ones that didn't go so great. Have you ever shown up at a memorial service or a funeral and chaos broke out? What is the most inappropriate thing you've ever seen at a funeral? The worst situation that's ever happened. Anybody ever get punched in the face at a memorial service? What do you do? Because it's not like they typically have security at those things. So if it gets out of control and chaotic, what is the right thing to do?
I bet you it happens because think about it. It's all these people coming together that normally aren't together. And a lot of times there's beef in the family.
I got kicked out of a church for a funeral before because we were going to play the Joker as a tribute, but it was in an actual church, and the priest found out that the song, I'm a joker, I'm a smoker, I'm a midnight toker. It's like, nope, get out of the church. You can't do that. He wanted nothing to do with it.
Really?
Yeah.
No Steve Miller in the church, huh?
And they said it was sacrilegious. Yeah.
Wow.
So we ended up playing it outside.
That's low budget.
Yeah, it was on the side of the street, and no one could hear because all the cars are going by.
They think you're just kind of like you're like that guy on the side of I-95. People are throwing you change.
Whoever your friend is that passed away, they were laughing in heaven.
Oh, they did. It worked out perfect. Yeah.
All right. So what is the most inappropriate thing you've ever witnessed at a funeral? You can let us know. Call or text. Okay, Virginia, she went to a lovely memorial service, and she really liked how they did it, setting up stations with little things that people could come by and see.
Yeah, all throughout the room, there were like little stations of memorabilia and photos and just things from my friend's life and through all of his stages of life, from childhood to his career to his military service. And you could walk around the room and just drink in all these little stations, and really, like, it was just a beautiful tribute. I had never seen it done like that before. I even took a picture of some of the stations so you could see him. I just thought it was so beautiful. Like, he was into rugby, so they had like some rugby stuff, and he was a helicopter pilot, so they had taken his helicopter headset and put it on like a hat that he used to wear from his company.
Okay.
And it was just beautiful the way they did it with everything.
If we did that for you, what kind of stuff would you want? Shoes?
I was thinking about that, and it really had my mind really thinking, like,
Wine?
it looks like they took like stuff from his home and actually brought it in and put it on tables and decorated around it with the pictures and everything. So I think you would have to just go into the person's home. And for like you, Jay Bird, we would grab like Bigfoot statues and pictures and all your little knickknacks and your toys and all your stuff in your house that is you, because you have your house just like I do. Like, it's all kinds of stuff that you love. You're surrounded by your stuff.
In my will, Kevin gets all my vintage Stormtrooper figures.
They're
They're all
cool.
yours, baby.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will set up a Star Wars room in your honor.
If we put them out on tables, though, at your memorial, just know people will steal them.
Well, that's not cool, but I'll be dead, so I don't think I'll care.
I don't think you'll care.
And if
I think I would be happy. Like, oh, somebody wants a little piece of memorabilia. Yeah, take it.
Yeah, stealing at a funeral. It's so cool.
It's real sweet until they put it on eBay 10 minutes later.
Oh.
Yeah, I love people who steal at funerals.
Well, some interesting stories people are texting us. Somebody said, I once witnessed the estranged, drunk, and druggy daughter of a family friend come screaming into the visitation looking for her brothers because she had found out she was never written into the will.
Oh.
What a scene.
Oh.
In movies, you always see the one person that's crying, that's over the top crying, and they go to the casket, and then they knock it down. In the movies, you see that a lot. Does that ever really happen? Has anyone ever gone through that?
Gosh, I hope not.
I mean, that would be... That would rattle everybody there.
It's easy to get rattled.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, some other stuff at my grandpa's funeral in 2006. A random drunk woman that nobody in our family knew stumbled in and started singing show tunes.
What?
Then she started crying, and then somebody escorted her out. We have no idea who she was.
Look, we all grieve in different ways.
Nobody knew her?
Nobody knew her, so it might have been one of these fringe friends or somebody he just kind of knew from his bar days.
Or maybe she was in the wrong place.
Yeah,
I don't know.
And she was already sad, maybe drunk.
The funeral she was supposed to be at was later that day.
And look, funerals are sad, so maybe she just got sad.
Funerals are also quiet. I love these. I love was at a funeral and it was all quiet. They were doing the closing prayer and you could hear somebody quietly opening up a can of beer.
Trying to numb themselves, Kevin.
At my funeral, there will be cocktails. And you guys don't feel shy at all to open your beer.
Definitely not. There's going to be an open bar at mine.
There better be a top shelf open bar for all of ours.
Well, there can be some problems. Somebody texted in and said, an open casket wake, a friend of the deceased attempted to give her a drink of single malt whiskey. She wants one for the road. Well, they went up, thought that was inappropriate. Somebody tried to tackle her, and they wound up spilling the whole bottle all over the course.
See, that's the kind of stuff that would be in a movie.
Is that real?
I don't know.
Of course it's real. Someone text it to us.
I mean, that is just next level.
But that's
awful.
what happens when you have cocktails at your wake.
You'd argue that scenario is worse than the person that like falls on the casket. I mean, spilling your drink on the body.
That's bad.
And then somebody said, I read a story once, a funeral home put a random guy in somebody else's grandfather's casket, suit, glasses, wedding band, everything. And then when they called him out, said, that's not Grandpa. They're like, yeah, we can't find him.
What?
They lost the body?
I think they switched it up and they actually cremated Grandpa and they put the guy that they were supposed to cremate in the casket.
Do you get a freebie for that one? And maybe a make good? Like, you get a freebie and the next time someone dies, it's all paid?
That's devastating.
That's kind of tough, yeah.
That's so devastating.
Yeah. You got to come up with a better system.
I mean, I bet you it happens, though.
Definitely.
Think about it.
Oh, yeah.
We all make mistakes at our job.
I mean, if people mess up a pizza order, you don't think they're going to mess up a body?
Thank you.
It's human nature.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Somebody said at my uncle's funeral, we had a cousin that couldn't make it to Florida because he has an arrest warrant. So he couldn't come into the state. So we had to FaceTime him into the funeral.
Oh, man. That's how you know you're hard.
Oh, that's pretty awesome. My ex got kicked out of the church for getting busted doing coke in the bathroom for a funeral of a mutual friend that died of a cocaine overdose.
Oh, that's not good.
Oh, man.
These are sad/awesome stories.
Yeah.
Wow. My friend went to a funeral, and in the middle of the service, the platform that the casket was on collapsed, and the casket fell over, and the body.
Oh, there is this one video on YouTube.
That's tough.
That's tough.
That's tough.
The casket is there, and this guy tries to do like a celebration dance for the person that had passed away, and he does one too many backflips and knocks over.
He was doing backflips?
But
I mean, come on.
we have to post this video. You won't believe it,
Where's
Virginia.
the reverence?
No, I think it was they wanted it. It was a tribute to the person, and they just got too backflippy, and they knocked over the thing. I got to pull that up.
Wow. Somebody said my husband actually transports the deceased for South Florida funeral homes, and it is so easy to mix up bodies. So much documentation's involved. So apparently it can easily happen that the person who was supposed to get cremated winds up in the casket while Grandpa, who you're supposed to have on display, has been burnt.
Yeah, I mean, think about it. They don't.
Yeah.
You can't ask them, "Are you Grandpa?"
Right.
And they don't have like ID on them.
Yeah. I guess that's how it happens.
That is scary.
Another text said, I'm from the Caribbean, and somebody showed up to my uncle's funeral trying to collect money from random people because my uncle owed him. Talk about awkward.
Awkward.
It was his last chance to get his money, apparently.
That's terrible.
Yep.
Wow, you're right, man. There was a wrong body in the casket in West Palm a few years ago that made the news.
Wow.
Right in our own backyard here. Someone put the wrong body in the wrong casket.
Maybe that's what we're hearing.
There's a couple of them, it looks like.
Yeah.
I bet you there's more than a couple.
There's a lot of them. There's a lot of funeral fails. My God, they're all on YouTube,
So
too.
if you run the funeral, you're probably like, okay, we love a closed casket.
That's why, honestly, it just seems like all these stories are getting where there's chaos, there is a body in the room. It seems like the ones that are going well is we're just putting the body somewhere else and we're just doing a memorial.
Or a closed casket covers that as well.
Yeah, somebody just texted in and like, listen to this. I was at a wake once and the guy was a big Yankees fan. And so somebody kept putting a Yankees hat on the corpse. And then somebody's like, that's inappropriate. And they would come take the hat off. And then the next person put the hat on. And this happened like 8 times. So the hair on the corpse is like...
Oh, you would not like that. With that new hair?
Of course, yes. I would hate that. But that's just it. Is people are like, no, I know what they want, and this is what's right, or that's appropriate. And it's like, so then all of a sudden, can you imagine even in death, people, you're like...
People are messing with your hair in death.
Right. How do I get away from this?
You guys, you better do a closed casket for me because I do not want it open. But by no means are you to have an open casket at my funeral.
Should we call your surgeon to get a little Botox for you?
No, it's closed casket. It doesn't matter.
Okay, I'm just... All right.
I've got enough Botox. Trust me, I stay on a regular schedule like dental cleaning.
I want to make it good for you.
Virginia won't decompose for 20 years.
Yeah, this face will stay intact.
You'll open the casket, the rest of the body's gone and bones, and then that face will be perfect. All right, Dennys, I believe it's about time, you dirty hippie.
Oh, yeah, a little hippie comedy.
Get in here, Dennys.
Yeah, bring your soap with you. Well, all kinds of comments from our rootin' tootin' older audience.
My boy definitely showers. It's not. It's
I know.
not a
He's
fair
he's the
brush.
cleanest one on the show. All right, he's got the joke jury already here today. Flawless round last week. If you remember, my goodness, he just knocked it out of the park. Just 5 fantastic jokes. We were just laughing, rolling on the floor, having a great old time.
He was bragging yesterday, saying this is probably his best work to date.
Really? Yeah. I can't wait.
Walking around with his chest all puffed out.
What he did last week was amazing. Unstoppable. So what he is trying to do here today is to get us to crack up. Myself, Virginia Jaber, we're on the joke jury here today. We'll see, can Dennys make us laugh? All right, what do we got with joke number 1, Dennys?
What happened when the customer got mad at the watchmaker?
I don't know. What happened?
He clocked him.
Oh.
Okay, all right.
I like it.
Second joke for you guys. Where can you find the largest selection of pre-owned dogs?
I don't know. Where?
Offleashonly.com.
Oh, okay.
Topical. I like it.
Wow.
Oh, you worked in one of my sponsors.
It's local. It's live. We love it.
Off leash only.
That's good.
Smart comedy.
Man, oh man.
That's
wow.
so good.
Okay.
Third joke. What does Little John say when he sees rain and ice?
I don't know. What does he say?
Ah, sleet, sleet, sleet.
I mean, 2 weeks in a
He's in the
row. Oh my gosh.
Okay, Dennys, keep them coming.
All right, fourth joke. Why have online activists been calling French pastry chefs sexist?
What? I don't know why.
Because of their flansplaining.
Let it hang. Let it hang.
Wait, what's flan?
It's not French.
Flan. Flansplaining. All right.
Boy, from the penthouse to the dog
All that good work just forgotten
See if I
about.
can turn it around here.
Off leash only.
Off
Just
leash.
remember that.
Remember that.
Focus.
Fifth and final joke here.
Remember that sleet one, too. All right, let's see here. Fifth and final joke. What does Mr. Potato Head get for his birthday and anniversary?
I don't know. What does he get?
Mrs. Potato Head. Think about it.
What?
He gets Mrs. Potato Head.
Okay. Smart guy.
Oh, yeah. Real highbrow.
Well, talking about the pickup game, Jaybird and Dennys were out, and I heard an interesting strategy. This dude was working on this chick, and it seemed a little aggressive.
It did, man.
But apparently it worked because you said at the end of it looked like he was getting her digits.
I'm not 100% sure, but it looked like this guy ended up getting the digits from this woman. And
Where were you?
We were at CVS.
Okay.
And he told,
yeah.
It's a weird place to pick up.
Oh, this guy had.
Well, if you pick them up there, Virginia, you can also get condoms.
This guy had.
Oh.
This guy was reeking of confidence. I mean, but he was getting kind of aggressive. He was like saying things like, "Girl, give me your digits now," like that, and. She seemed to have been smiling, but the line that he had said was, he said, "Come on, girl, give me those digits now." And he goes, "Girl, you're going to need to preheat your oven because I'm going in raw." I'm paraphrasing a bit, but that's what he had said. Me and Dennys looked at each other like, whoa, that's a little bit over the line.
He said that?
Yeah, he said it.
In CVS?
He said it so loud that not only did me and Dennys look over, 2 other people looked over like, what the heck? And so then he kept on going with the whole, "Come on, give me your digits." And by the end of it, it looked like she was giving the guy her digits.
Wow.
Yeah. Very,
Was she a young girl?
I would say she's probably early 30s.
Okay.
There's a certain style. I see it, and it just, I don't get it. It's that old school machismo.
Aggressive.
It was very like that.
Yeah.
I'm going to take your number and you're going to give it to me.
What they now call the toxic masculinity, and I'm sorry, it's still going to continue to work because in some circles, it actually is oddly enough effective. I don't get it. I couldn't pull that off. It's not my style. But I've been like Jaybird. I've seen in some situations, I go, "Wait, what? That worked? Like you're gonna give this guy your number?
The whole thing
you
was,
want more of this?
The whole thing was about having her oven preheated so he can put it in raw. That's what the whole tone was.
I never heard anything so explicit in CVS.
Oh man, you ain't going to the right CVS's.
I guess I'm not. I mean, CVS and Tequesta, we do not hear stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I thought that was a terrible pickup line, obviously. But if he got the number, is it a terrible pickup line if he gets the digits?
No.
It's a strategy that worked, and I think honestly,
It worked for him.
It worked.
toxic guys and toxic girls seem to go together.
There you go. That might be it. She doesn't have high standards. He fits right in.
And she probably loves that kind of drama. She probably loves that kind of guy, and it's going to be a mess, and they're going to be somebody's going to wind. They're going to be a couple that's going to wind up in the whacked out news. She's going to claw his eyes out.
Let's demand more out of our men, ladies. Come on now.
Keep in mind now that this is something where me and Denny we're just passerbys. We don't know all the details. Maybe they knew each other, but it appeared that he was hitting on her to get her number.
Respect yourself and don't let somebody speak to you like that. And you certainly don't give that guy your number.
Yeah.
You rewarded him.
What a line it is.
Totally.
I'm going in raw. Apparently, when you see your dogs going at it, it gets you going. There's this male looking for a female in the Misconnections, and he said, "Yeah, you were waiting for your dog at the dog park in Palm Beach Gardens. Your dog looked like some kind of husky. It kept trying to hump my golden retriever. You were embarrassed. There's nothing to be embarrassed about, baby girl. Your dog had the right idea. Why don't you let me and my dog return the favor?" Wait, what?
Okay.
It can be one big furry freak fest. You bring your dog, but I'll pet your kitty.
Oh, this is a real wordsmith.
Yeah.
You smiled at me as I got into my Jeep. I could tell you wanted me so bad. I was in a hurry, so I had to bounce, yo, but before I could get your number, you were gone. But you know the next time you see me at the dog park, you know what you and I is going to be doing next.
Oh.
Does he really think that guy? Does he really think that she wanted him? He's got that kind of like the guy at CVS.
I don't know.
That much.
I mean,
confidence.
It wouldn't work on me, but maybe he's speaking these ladies' language.
You would yell at somebody.
Yeah, I'd be like, "Get out of here! You are disrespectful and rude. Bye."
Pick up at the dog park? All right.
You would be
Not
tough.
going to work for Virginia, but hey, might work for somebody else.
Virginia would be tough to hit on. I don't even know how you would hit on you.
It's tricky.
I think it would be true. If you were at a bar and someone had a hit on you.
I can shut it down pretty quick.
Okay.
Dropping a fat wallet wouldn't hurt.
You're right. You're totally right.
Whoops, excuse me. I dropped that. Let me pick this up. Apparently, strong game going on at Wawa's, too. Heads up, you've been to a Wawa recently.
The gas station?
Well, some people might call it a market, Virginia, that has gas.
True. It is elevated.
It is. It's not your grandma's gas station.
I
That's for
agree.
sure.
It's definitely knowing how to play the game right. But is it a place that you want to be hit on?
It's a question. Who hit on you? Who are you? How do you love Wawa? This is a male seeking a female, and he says, "Where's my Wawa mama?" We met at the Wawa in Lake Worth, but recently you've been ignoring me. I called you my Wawa mama, and you called me your grinder. Is that what they call the hoagies? Is that a grinder?
Adam Sandler did.
Okay.
But I never did.
I've never ordered a grinder.
Never. I don't know if that's like some certain region of the U.S. where they call them that, but I never did it.
You're making me want a hoagie, though, and a grinder.
Well, last time I saw you, I bought your thick ass some gas, and then you repaid me with the best bathroom sex ever.
At the Wawa?
I always love.
Something tells me they frown on that.
I always love Virginia. She's so surprised of the filth.
It was quick, but amazeballs. Do you remember the friction sounds our plus-size bodies made together? Your tank has to be close to empty, and I'm ready to fill it.
That's beautiful. I hope they find each other. It seems like there's.
Beautiful is not really the word I would use.
I feel like they got a real connection with one another.
This is a male seeking a female. Apparently, there's some pickups going on at the Olive Garden as well. What does that sound like?
Oh, baby, bring it to me. Oh, my
Oh,
You got me going over here.
You
We
want
need to-
my breadstick?
I think we need to spray Jaybird with a hose.
Oh, you know that salad is bottomless.
Says here, your dog had fleas and you had pubic lice. Nobody's perfect.
What?
Meet me at the Olive Garden next to the Wellington Mall. My butt could use a spaghetti spanking, especially if you leave another spaghetti spank mark. That's all for now. Hit me up, my little sex slave, or else.
I don't know. I'm kind of turned on with that one.
Sounds almost like that might be a little hidden message. You know, maybe they leave little Easter eggs for each other. That's kind of part of their foreplay game.
You haven't lived until you've been spanked with spaghetti.
How do you do that?
I think you could do it. Think about getting spaghetti, getting it at its cooked form. You could totally.
Cooked is going to be really tricky. Now, raw spaghetti you could spank somebody with.
I feel like you could get it both ways, Virginia. I think you could cook it. I think it
What
could
do you
also.
Maybe you get it both ways. But soft spaghetti is not going to be able to hold up to the power of my butt cheek.
I disagree. I feel like
Who likes their noodle limp?
I think you could use it almost kind of like a French tickler or like one of those those plush toys. Like, I don't know. I'll show you a picture.
Show me on Kevin.
Kevin would never allow it.
Come on, Kevin.
I think Dennys is into
I'll
that.
bring the spaghetti.
Dennys is. I almost called him Kenny's.
Kenny.
Denny's.
Kenny.
Kenny's. What?
Denny's isn't into that either, Kevin.
Ow! There's a lot of dumbass criminals to talk about, baby. It's the whacked out news. People breaking the law. Ha ha, fighting in the nude. Ha, drunk people pooping in the street. Ha ha, it's the whacked out news.
Yeah, what?
So many people on meth.
Ow.
Here it goes, baby. Whacked out news. Well, apparently people have been having so much fun with the Area 51 mock raid that now there's a competitor. Apparently people are signing up for a raid to storm the Bermuda Triangle.
Oh, this is the new thing now.
Oh, my goodness.
Have you seen all the videos and memes of all these aliens partying with everybody? Like they stormed Area 51 and everyone's partying with them.
Because that's what's going to happen after they storm Area 51.
Oh, yeah, I'm
They're
sure it'll
going
be
to-
a party. They won't get shot.
Yeah, and they're going to release all these aliens really going, yeah, thanks, man. Let's party.
Does anybody actually go out there and try to make this happen?
No,
hope
nobody that
not.
survives.
I don't think anyone even goes out there.
I hope they don't because it sounds very dangerous.
Oh, it is very dangerous.
And it really is dumb because even if you get past all the gates and all that stuff, where you want to go is still further way back there. It's a whole area.
They're not getting there. No, it's not going to happen. Yes. But Pornhub did want to let you know that ever since this Area 51 raid started going viral, searches for alien porn have skyrocketed.
I can see that.
The alien porn searches are up 199%.
Tell the truth, Jay Bird. Have you ever looked up alien porn?
Yeah. It's
Have you ever touched yourself inappropriately?
I couldn't get into it. It's too forced. Everyone's a hired gun. It doesn't seem like anyone's really into it.
Oh, I got
It's
you.
going through the motions.
But if they were into it, yes.
I don't know if I believe you.
You don't have to believe me. I'd be honest with you. Now, Wookiee porn.
Oh, yeah, baby. There's a woman in England that found a bunch of weird symbols drawn on her sidewalk in chalk. Is that aliens? Or is it burglars trying to remind themselves which houses to rob?
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah. She needed to call the cops, obviously, and an investigation was kicked off to find out what was going on. Turns out it was her neighbor's kid had just become obsessed with drawing butts. Those are the weird symbols on her.
Whoopsie.
Did you ever draw boobs and butts as a kid?
No, I didn't do boobs and butts. Did you?
Oh, I got in trouble at church because I was drawing it on the pamphlet. My dad's like, don't you dare do that again.
At church?
I was like 6. I was drawing little boobs.
Last week, the cops in Port St. Lucie got an interesting call from a strip club. Apparently, there was a guy that was passed out in the parking lot. When they got there, sure enough, they found a 48-year-old guy named Michael Monahan. He was face down. His fiance's rubbing his back. And as they're walking up, they hear the fiance saying to Michael, "Be calm. Please don't fight them. Please don't fight them." So what do you think Michael decided to do?
He got up and fought the police.
Yes, he did.
She knew it. She knew he was going to do it. She probably put the idea in his head. He might have just laid there, but now
Right.
she's like,
You're right. She knew.
Please don't fight them.
he doesn't like her, so he's going to do whatever she says don't do.
Thankfully, they were able to deflect Michael's aggressions, and after they talked to him, they found out that there was good reason why he was so agitated and face down. He had drank 33 beers. For the record, that's more than 3 gallons of beer.
Wow.
Yes. He was charged with disorderly intoxication and resisting arrest, so. The Pizzle can drink.
Coincidentally, that's the same amount you're going to drink on Saturday at the Palm Beach Summer Beer Fest.
I think
goodness.
the Pizzle can drink and I think they can smoke. And I think they can fight too.
All at the same time.
Yes, I do.
That's skill.
All at the same time. It's amazing. There's a woman in Clearwater that's lost her insurance claim after a giant alligator broke into her house and did a bunch of damage. I guess your insurance, just to let you know, doesn't cover gator damage.
We saw the video. He busted up her red wine. Remember, he got into my good red wine.
Is that the
Yeah.
same woman?
I think so. It sounds like it.
I don't know.
Oh, they won't pay her. That's not cool.
She was awesome in interviews. She was very
Yeah.
funny.
They
Yeah.
should do a little GoFundMe to replace her red wine.
She did not have gator insurance. And this is kind of crazy. There's a guy in Kentucky who had something stuck in his eye and it's driving him crazy. And he's like,
In his eye?
Yeah, you ever get anything in your eye and you're just like, oh my gosh, it's like you can't deal with it. It'll make you insane.
Do not get barbecue sauce in your eye. It will burn, baby, burn, and it doesn't come out easy.
Tell you what else doesn't come out easy, and this is what this guy had in his eye when he went to the optometrist. It was a tick. Oh my gosh.
boy.
Yeah, barbecue sauce not so bad.
My gosh, he had a tick on his eyeball, and that's what was driving him crazy.
Is that the worst place to get a tick?
Yeah.
Eh,
Well, drop your pants. There might be
Yeah,
a worse
No,
place.
I still honestly, if you had to say right now, I or Nard.
not nard. I'm talking more of the main.
I don't care.
Okay.
Feast away.
What if he goes tunnel diving?
Yeah, that would the butt might be worse, Kev.
I mean, only if
Tick
he gets
butt?
up and so I don't think. I mean, come on, did that guy bring a miner's hat?
I don't know, man.
I
Tick
don't know what
butt
he's getting in
sounds
there.
awful.
What if he burrows?
I don't know if they're a burrowing type of
Well,
insect.
we have to make it as bad as possible.
I know. That's why I still say I.
And he brings a friend.
Oh, he does. It's a tick party.
And it's pregnant with babies.
It's
Okay.
a tick
That
party.
I got a
hatch.
tick party on my butt all of a sudden. Yeah.
I didn't say it was your butt necessarily.
I think we all knew
Oh,
where
we know
you were going.
We know what you're talking about.
Yeah, we knew where you were going.
This is 97.9 WRMF Palm Beach.
There are a lot of people who had nightmare run-ins with animals, not just that guy who got a tick in his eye. Oh, my gosh. Terrible. Happened in Kentucky. Somebody texted us and said, yeah, my husband, when he was a kid, he got a tick down on his...
Member.
Yeah, when he was 13 at sleepaway camp.
On it?
On
tick?
it. Yep. Apparently the nurse gave him two options. Either soaking it in nail polish remover or burning it off with matches. Guess which one he chose?
Nail polish remover.
Of course.
Wow.
Wow.
Once they removed the tick, they taped it to a piece of paper and then sent it home with a note saying, "Dear Mom and Dad, here is the tick that was stuck on my, you know what?"
That's rough, man.
Wow.
You keep that forever and frame it.
Yeah, that's tough. Well, I remember as a kid, young, impressionable, when I was a young teen, there was a movie. It's called Stand By Me, and one of the kids went into water that had leeches in it, and that's the whole
Yes.
famous scene. He gets out, and he has one down there, and he's like, "Ugh," he passes out, and you're just like, I think that was the beginning of what really kind of started freaking me out about water. I'm not even lying, like that, because we had rivers and the such around where I had grown up, and that's when I really started getting an aversion to going into bodies of water.
That's such a good movie. Same thing. Watching that part scared me as a kid. I never wanted to go into water after that.
Yeah.
Because of that leech.
It's crazy stuff. And then somebody too said, "Hey, remember the guy who had the tiny fish that swam up his?" That was a
pH.
guy. It was a guy. Yeah, and it went up the urethra or whatever it's called.
The Urethra Franklin.
Yeah. And they said it was common in the Amazon River where he was.
That's right, the Amazon. I'll kill you a million different ways, Virginia.
Remind me not to go swimming in the Amazon.
Okay, what would be you have to jump into one body of water. You've got the Amazon, you got the Everglades, or the Gulf of Mexico.
Right now? Oh my gosh, they're all taking people out.
Terrible. There's another story. A father of 6 in Texas got the flesh-eating bacteria, and they're saying he never even went in the water.
He stayed on the beach, Bird.
Yeah.
I think I have to go Everglades. Out of everything you said, give me the Everglades.
I think so. The Amazon, they've got piranha and snakes, and then what's even more horrifying is the fish that like swimming up your pee-pee. So I don't even, that's the most horrifying thing in the Amazon. You're right. I think it is the Everglades because, I don't know what is going on. This is a father of 6, and for the first time, this is the one, I don't know there's any compromised immunity that's going on here. He's 56 years old. He was out crabbing with his family. The only thing, maybe his hat dropped into the water, maybe when he was pulling the ropes in from the crab traps, but hadn't even gone in the water itself, and he gets the flesh-eating bacteria, and it kills him.
Wow.
To me, the Amazon just sounds like it's something we don't want to mess with. I feel like there's more to kill you in the Amazon.
I agree, but I haven't heard a lot of Amazon deaths here this last week, so I've got to actually right now put the Gulf of Mexico more horrifying than the Amazon.
As a child, that's where we grew up. The Gulf of Mexico was the place that, it was fancy. If you were going to Mississippi and you were going to put your toes in the sand, like, that was a day trip that was like, ooh, you're fancy.
What do we do? We got to seriously figure out what the heck is going on there, right?
Yeah.
Come on, right?
Well, if you're not going in the water and you're getting taken out, that ain't fair.
Flesh-eating bacteria, and this is about our 3rd or 4th case here in the last week or two.
How bad does it get, though? When they say flesh bacteria eating whatever, is it a big old hole in your leg?
He died.
I'm saying, but
and
what,
apparently it's very painful.
That's what I'm asking.
Yes, horribly
leading up
painful.
to that.
Yeah,
It's terrible.
up to your death, it sucks.
Yeah, and then you get whatever going on in your bloodstream that you become toxic or whatever they call that. And,
How long does it take you to take you out?
one guy that had it 48 hours.
Oh, man. You think you just have like poopy cramps in the beginning and then...
He was driving, the guy I'm talking about in particular was at the Gulf, was driving home to Memphis. Now he was the guy that had cancer, but apparently excruciating pain in his legs. They pulled right over and found the nearest hospital when they got there. And his daughter was saying, I think he has flesh-eating bacteria. And the doctor's like, nah, that's a little drastic.
And he did. She was right.
Yeah, so doctors anywhere in that area, if somebody says, I was in the Gulf of Mexico, now you got to be legit. Okay.
Flesh-eating bacteria
Right.
could be the case.
Sadly, that's got to almost be like your number one take on it.
That's so weird. There's a story in my personal life where somebody was at the doctor and they tried to tell the doctor, no, this is what's going on with my mom, blah, blah, blah. And the doctor was like, nope, you're wrong, you're wrong. And then a month later, she died of what they thought it was.
The child was right and the doctor was wrong?
The child was absolutely right and the doctor was right. And they were adamant. No, we think you need to relook. They're like, no, you're being silly. It's not that.
Oh, they got a little lawsuit.
I guess.
Maybe. Crazy.
That is crazy stuff.
Maybe some people here that we got on the phone have actually done some hard time. I'm not sure what we're looking at here. It is mugshot or not. Now, what we do is we will throw a question at you, and then we got to guess if you have had a mugshot photo. I've had a mugshot photo, I believe.
I believe the only two people on the staff who have not has been myself and Suits. Thumbelina, you ever been arrested? Okay, Thumbelina's innocent, too.
Sometimes you can have a mugshot photo, though, I think, and not have actually, done time.
Well, you get arrested if you get a mugshot.
Yes.
Yeah, I know you have one.
I do.
You probably have a couple.
You know she looks so angry and squirrely in hers.
I would do anything to find these. Is it one or two?
It's one.
You've only been arrested once?
Yes.
And only once for you, Kev?
I think so. I'm trying to. It's been a long time since I've been arrested, but I had gotten arrested several times. I just can't remember if I was doing mugshots or not. I think I did.
Dennys, how many times have you been arrested? Twice. Okay, Dennys, he leads the KVJ league in arrests.
Yeah, I might be at 2. I might be tied. I think I do have. I do have multiple arrests.
You do?
I mean,
Yeah.
the game's not over, guys. Just so you know. We've got time.
It's true. Yeah, I might have my best work ahead of me.
It's a race to the bottom.
That's right. Okay, so here we go. We're going to start off with Vicky from Wellington because the hardest people come from Wellington.
That's right.
I'm going to go ahead and say no mugshot.
No mugshot.
All right, now here we go. All right, let's ask the questions here. All right. Do you think Vicky has a mugshot? Okay, my first question for you, Vicky. Have you ever picked up a random cigarette off the ground and smoked it? Just a cigarette butt, and you're like going, oh, that's still got another 2 drags on it.
No. That is no.
That person who definitely has done time, who
Yes.
takes a cigarette and smokes it.
Oh, that's still got at least 2 more drags on it.
At least 2 more puffs.
Okay, Virginia, what's your question for Vicky?
Tell me all about your first car. I mean, every detail.
My first car was a 84 Mustang. Had no air conditioning. The roof, the inside of the roof was falling. We had some tack it up. I didn't have a radio. I used to put my cassette tapes in a radio box and listen to it that way.
Okay.
All right.
Jaybird, and what is your question here for Vicky?
Okay, Vicky, have you ever...
Around.
Vicky? Hello?
Yeah?
Okay.
Yes.
Have you ever cut your hair with a butcher knife? Not scissors. You ran out of scissors. You had to use a knife to cut your hair.
These are great questions. Absolutely not.
All right, I got my answer.
Okay. Well, I think originally I was like, I'm going to stick with the vibes I got, just the fact that we're talking Vicky from Wellington here. I'm going to say no on the mugshot. What do you think, Virginia?
I don't know. I'm going to say yes.
Okay.
There's no way she has a mugshot. No way.
No way. Okay,
With
so
confidence.
majority vote is no mugshot. Vicky, do you have a mugshot or not?
No, but you didn't ask good questions, people.
Okay. Do you have a question for us? What would you like us to ask, Vicky?
Oh, no. No, because now you already know the answer.
This is getting awkward. What kind of questions do you want us to ask you?
Oh, no, you guys are fun. It's totally fun.
Okay.
All right. Well, hold on for us just one sec.
All right.
Let's move along.
Let's hold on a sec so Danny's gonna ignore you. No, I'm just kidding.
Let's go to Lori here, Port St. Lucie. We know in the Pizzle, they like to drink at least 33 beers before they fight the cops.
Yeah.
So let's see if Lori fits into that category or not here.
Lori.
Okay. Let me see. Lori, do you happen to have a homemade tattoo anywhere on your body? One that you or a friend has applied. You did not get it professionally done.
Yes, I do.
Okay. All right. Virginia.
Good question.
Thank you.
Tell me your favorite cocktail to drink when you're having more than one.
Vodka on the rocks.
Let's catch up with you.
Tell me about
Let's
that.
turn you into an animal.
Tell me about that time you used a weapon on somebody.
Which time?
Okay.
All right. What's your favorite weapon, Lori?
My fist.
Yeah, she got a mugshot.
It's from the Port St. Lucie.
Yeah.
She's got the homemade tat. She likes beating people with her bare fists. Lori's got herself a mugshot. Virginia, what do you think?
I mean, not only am I proud, but I know she's got a mugshot.
Okay. Jaybird?
100% positive mugshot.
Okay. Unanimous. We all think you have a mugshot. Lori, do you have a mugshot or not?
I do not.
What? Oh, no! Oh, my gosh.
Shock the world.
Wow. Can you tell me, Lori, what is the homemade tattoo you have of and where is it on your body?
It's my brother's name on my wrist that passed away.
Oh.
And who did it? Did you do it yourself or did a friend do it for you?
A friend did it for me.
Interesting.
I'd imagine giving yourself your own tat's got to be grueling and painful.
Yeah, I don't know. You know, oddly enough, and the weird thing about it, my son Colin, who is into chemical engineering and a very smart kid, he has a tattoo that a friend of his did on his arm.
Really?
Yeah, and it would throw you off. I'm like going, it just doesn't. I'm like going, so you have a homemade tat? He does.
What is it?
It's like a bird kind of thing, and his friend took like a pen and like it was like prick kind of thing, like little dots. And it's like a dot matrix. It's a great art. I mean, it looks good, but it is a homemade tat. He didn't go to pro for it.
Huh. That's the only one he's got?
He's got another one, yin-yang kind of thing. He and his sister have matching for that because they're twins.
Everybody in your family, even the most conservative ones, got tats.
11-year-old Cannon got a face tat last week.
When y'all going to get inked up, join that ink community?
Not me.
Your boy's in it.
Virgin skin for me.
I am inked up, baby.
I know you are. You're just too hard, man. That's you.
Like part.
Hey, Lori, you're going to join us at the Palm Beach Summer Beer Fest on Saturday, okay?
Awesome. Thank you.
Very nice. And from what I understand, people from the Pizzle like to drink about 33 beers. You in that club?
I'm in that club.
All right.
I love her.
That's
Love
our
her already.
girl.
Yeah. If you're in Port St. Lucie and you like to have 33 beers before getting beaten up by the cops, you need to come out to the Palm Beach Summer Beer Fest because we've got 200-plus craft beers. I'd challenge anyone in the Pizzle to take that on. I mean, just take it down if you can. If you dare. PalmBeachSummerBeerFest.com. I want to give a nice little shout out. I thought this was great when people for really no reason do something nice. Willie Snead, he is a wide receiver for the Baltimore Ravens. He went on the GoFundMe page of Dolores Allen. She is the 69-year-old grandma that unfortunately is still in the ICU at St. Mary's Medical Center. Her own grandson brutally assaulted her and then set her house on fire earlier this month.
Oh, my gosh.
Yes, and wow. And so he went on and put $1,000 on the page.
That was nice.
Which I thought absolutely was awesome. So
And helps give it publicity by lending his celebrity to the cause.
Mm-hmm. Without a doubt.
Good deed by Snead.
It is. That's what you do when you're a Snead. And he's got ties to the area, too. So we went on there and did something. You're right. Hopefully going to get people doing that. So you can check that out. It's for Dolores, Delores Allen. You can Google that. And you can find that and drop in some money there as well. Jay-Bird, before we get to the After the Show podcast, keep us grounded, my friend. Give us your thought for the day.
You are born with the ability to change someone's life. Don't ever waste it.
Okay.
Boom.
All right. Bam.
KVJ not only does a radio show, but also does an After the Show podcast. Watch or listen on kvjshow.com.